Okay, so take one onion. This is making Middle Eastern soup, by the way, Kurdish soup. Take one onion. And get the skin off. You don't want that in your soup. And then chop it. About how you chop it, but cutting it into small pieces is good. Do the same for the other half of the onion. And there's your chopped onion. And then you take 2 cloves of garlic. It's obviously a full clove, there's just 2 bits that you need from here. And chop that just like you chop the onion. So I've taken 2 cloves out of the garlic. And then what you need to do is take the skin off the cloves of garlic. And I'll show you an easy way of doing that. Because all you do, and this saves you from getting lots of garlic smell on your fingers as well. So just lay the clove flat on your chopping board, put your knife over and squash it. And then the skin comes off very easily. And again, there we are, look at that. And then you can just, oops, there's a piece there. And then you can just chop away like you've chopped the onion. And there's the chopped garlic with the chopped onion. Okay, next get a Pyrex dish, and apologies for the sound of the washing machine behind me. Get a Pyrex measuring jug and your lentils, and you need 350 mils of lentils. A bit more, so, but you go up to the 350 mark just there. Now the chopping was the hardest part, because so we now have garlic, onion, and then the rest of the ingredients are as follows. These are stock cubes. You get them from Lidl, very cheap, very cheap. But I add 3. Sometimes the recipe says 2. But I like lots of flavour, so that adds flavour. And then we've got a bit of oil. We won't need a lot of oil. Then we have turmeric, and again you only have a small amount of that, and I'll show you that in a minute. Cumin, ground cumin, and then of course the main ingredient being lentils, which I've shown you about pouring them into the jug. And then we will chop some parsley, and then we're good. So on to the actual cooking. So we turn the heat onto the pan, and then we're going to add some oil. Don't leave the heat on the pan without anything in it for only for a few seconds. And we'll just put some oil in there. And we're going to fry the onions for about 5 minutes. I love the sound of sizzling onions. So we don't want to burn these. We just want to make them soft. So the thing is not to have the too high a light on the pan. So we turn that down a bit. And then we cook them in there for 5 minutes. So while the onions are cooking and the hot water, you can hear the background, is getting hot, we will then chop the parsley. Stalks as well, just put it all in. Check my onions. Yeah, they're good, so we're now going to put the garlic in. Excuse me for a minute. And there's the chopped parsley. Doesn't have to be perfect, as you can see from there. Next we add 1 teaspoonful of turmeric. That's all that's needed to give us the colour. And then 1.5 teaspoonfuls of cumin. There's the cumin going in. And then give that a good stir around. We're getting a bit dry now, so we need to get some water in. So we're going to add, I think now, oh, the smells are lovely. This is, oh yes, nice smell there. Shame you can't taste it or smell it, but never mind. Next, we take the lentils and we pour them in. Like that. And then we take 2 litres of water. I've made mine hot. It doesn't say hot or cold, so I'll make mine hot. And to that we then add the stock cubes. And that will melt in the hot water, which is why I make it hot water. And that goes in there. And I've got 1 more to put in now. Okay, so I've added some salt, not a whole load. I mean, the recipe just says don't add any, well, it doesn't say don't add any, but there is no salt on the recipe list. But I've added some anyway. and also added some ground black pepper. And now we have to cook for 35 minutes. So I've turned the heat up, not overly up, but enough to keep it from boiling, to keep it boiling. And then we cook for 35 minutes. And you have to stir it continuously. Well, no, sorry, you have to stir it regularly because the lentils might stick on the bottom of the pan. So every now and again, give it a good stir, and then see you in 35 minutes. 10 minutes in, and it's all bubbling quite nicely. I've given it a few stirs, and I'll just wait now for another 20 minutes or so. Welcome back, 30 minutes. Just added the parsley, and we are good to go. All you need now is some soup bowls and some thick, crusty bread, or bread of your choice, and you have a tasty meal. Enjoy. One last thing, please don't forget to wash up. Thank you.